Alrighty, hello everybody! I know this may seem a little bit weird to see me streaming on a fucking Monday. However, I'm gonna be honest, this is actually gonna be really important, especially considering what happened yesterday. And for those that don't know what happened, please do not use the commands today, Supersonic. As much fun as it's gonna be, I'm gonna be honest with you. Please do not yeet me. I will disable the command if I have to. First off, there will be a community night tonight. And this stream is not gonna be a normal 5-hour stream. This is a relatively short stream that's gonna be talking about what the fuck happened yesterday. Because Daddy Twitch decided to fuck us over. Now, why did it fuck us over? I don't fucking know. The only thing I know, and I'm gonna show you guys this, okay? I'm gonna switch over to the game screen because here's the problem. Most of my stuff is, shall we say, fucked at the moment. Like, legitimately, stuff like sound alerts that you guys used on Twitch, it ain't working. If you wanted to use a freaking, Tongia still works. Streamloot still works. But I literally woke up last night before I went to sleep at 3 a.m., right? I got an email, okay? And I'm gonna pull up my email here to show you guys what the fuck actually happened. That's how bad this ended up being. Because right here it is, the email in question, chat. And so what happened is that some video that I put in my stories on Twitch, kind of like how they have that whole TikTok thing, was apparently a violation of sexual content. And instead of doing a 24-hour suspension, which is what would normally happen for a first-time offense, they went for the most extensive, the max length suspension. Will I still be trying to stream on Twitch in the future after this week's up on that? Yes. As far as this week goes, though, it will exclusively be a freaking YouTube exclusive type stream, just because of the fact that I can't stream on Twitch. I straight up cannot stream on Twitch right now. Like, literally, this is what happens. There is no, you just can't chat to people. There is no, you can't stream. It's just, your account is gone. It's just gone for a week. And what's worse is Twitch said they were going to be more transparent about this shit. They said that they were going to tell you why you get suspended and what caused it. Now, I have an idea of what caused the issue. I have an idea of what the actual video was in question. And Lena, I'm going to tell you right now, do not feel shit, okay? Because if I had to take a guess, yeah, well, that's the problem. That's the problem, is like they just straight up get rid of that shit. Like, your account basically becomes yeeted. It is yeeted to legacy temporarily until those 7 days are gone. And it is so stupid. But hang on, it gets worse, okay? It gets fucking worse. I was talking with my manager about this, and apparently Once you have a strike on your account, you're basically on a hit list for Twitch, right? That means you get that strike, you are more likely to actually get more strikes on your account. You are more likely to get hit again once you have a fucking strike. But it gets worse. Are you ready for this? I can't show up on anyone else's stream. So in the event, let's say, you know, one of my VTuber friends decided to have me show up on Twitch to talk with them and stream with them, right? Guess what? Guess what? If that fucking happens, that's considered ban evasion. And if that happens, that means I can get my account permanently suspended and have that person get in trouble too. Twitch has literally... That would count as an evasion. But here's the thing. It gets even worse, chat. It gets even worse. I know some people are telling me to go and do an appeal. But here's the problem, though. Even if I were to go to Twitch and do an appeal, the thing is that regardless of this, for part of the problem for going for an appeal is that literally that appeal could take upwards of a week or two just to get an appeal, right? Yeah, I could literally scroll over collabs and events so quickly. Why? Because Twitch is stupid. That's why, Liam. And so here's the problem with this, though. The problem is with that appeal, it doesn't make sense for me to even try an appeal because it's going to take upwards of a week anyways. And by the time that's done, I'll have access back to my account. But then, yeah, you can't appeal it anyways reasonably. And for the person who was asking what the video might have been, I think it may have been in regards to this clip right here. God, that looks so good. God! Did you just moan at cheesy bread? Yes, I did! And I am proud of it! I know, Al, that's the problem. Is that, like, yes, that I did post to my story. I did post that to my story, right? And yes, that's the thing. My content is set very specifically on Twitch to make sure that this doesn't happen. Sexual content, I had that tag. I had the 18 plus tag on it, right? But here's the thing. No, ASMR is allowed. It's just that it's not like you can't be sexual with it, I guess? I don't fucking know. Like, and here's the thing, though. Here's the thing that's even more worrying to me. Like, granted, I'm glad it's only a week, but I was sitting there, I'm like, oh, God. Not only am I going to have a bunch of people in my community wonder where the fuck my account went, but on top of that, I was sitting there being like, wait, there's like $400 that I've earned for October, and Twitch is like saying, fuck you. Maybe you get it, maybe you don't. Because here's the thing, I really hope that Twitch does not take that $400 away, because that literally covers bills, okay? But not only that, the other problem is, I don't know if it disconnected my PayPal. I don't know if it's disconnected. All I know is when I checked my email, I saw that Tongia got disconnected. I saw that one of my bots got disconnected. I saw like a couple of things just straight up get disconnected. So as far as I'm aware, like my freaking, overlays for stream elements are probably broken right now. Granted, not that that matters much as it was connected to Twitch, but the problem is that Twitch really, I mean, you know, Mercury, I'm glad to hear that, you know, they can't take that money away. But it's still, even if they did, you know, if Twitch actually ended up doing that, I would straight up scream my fucking head off if they did that. Because this is like, you know, no, Sonic, that's the problem. I mean, technically, Sonic, you can boot up. Hi, Moro. How you doing, hon? Like, technically, I could boot up, like, you know, Twitch. Like, if I wanted to, right? Like, there's nothing stopping me from loading Twitch up right now. But here's the problem. I don't have the ability here, right? I don't have the ability to just, like, go and chat with people. Like, because if I were to sit here and just say, let's just say I were to go and pull up one of my friends streaming, I can't actually pull that up and go and, like, chat. I would need to make an account, which goes against Twitch TOS. Is there other ways to financially support Tozo? Yes, there is. Wow, if I could actually spell it. There is Tongia, there is Ko-Fi. There is Streamloots. That's why Tessa has me being so focused on YouTube. And why Tessa really wants me to push for YouTube partner so that we can get up to monetization? Because that's a 70-30 split at that point. On top of, but on top of that, you also have, do have the whole super chat stuff, which is kind of like donations, and it's like highlighting your message. But here's the thing, though. The Streamloots code, it didn't work, Max. That's because I didn't update the Streamloots code that gives you a free pack. And that's just straight up because I have it over here where I have to manually set it, right? I have to manually set the Streamloots coupon code that gives you a free pack. And because today is not a normal stream day, as a result, I don't have that set up for you guys to just watch me, like, to use the freaking Streamloots stuff. That's why. And that's why I'm gonna sit here and I wanted to do this stream here before community night, is straight up because of the fact that what we are dealing with here is going to be trying to push YouTube more. And so that would mean for those that like clipping, right? For those that like clipping me, all you gotta do, all you have to do is on the video player, there's a button that literally is clip, right? And you can add in the title, you can make the clip, it looks like about 60 seconds long, and all that stuff. And then once you do that, it'll make the clip. Sonic has made the clips before. Lita, I don't know if you've had a chance to try them out or not, but it does work. And Lena, since you also want to do video editing as well, right? I have permission to tag Legal Mindset. Tozo? If you want to post it onto, if you post it, you have permission. I'm just going to tell you right now, Legal Mindset may not be the biggest fan of me. Or, well, the biggest fan of my manager. But if you want to, you are more than welcome to, all right? You've never done YouTube clips before, Finn? Finn, let me just show you this. Like, let's say I decided to sit here and be like, oh my God, Chad, I won the lottery. We're all fucking rich. Holy everybody, chat. Yes, you can also go for Remo. So let's say I did that. Yes, you can also go for Remo. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna clip this.
I won the lottery. We're all fucking rich. Holy shit. Now I can afford peggings for everybody, chat.
Yes, you can also go. So all I gotta do is just do this.
Chat.
And then all I gotta do is like name the clip, test clip for
peggings for everybody, chat.
Everyone wins lottery. Yeah, this is basically how this works, right? And then all I gotta do is just hit share clip and it's done. Just like that. That's all I have to do to make a clip on fucking YouTube. And so now if I were to come over here to my channel and look at the content, now right now you're not gonna see the clip here. What I have to do to find the clip is I would have to actually go into one of my videos where you see like the editor, right? And that's gonna pull up any kind of clips. Correct me if I'm wrong, Sonic, on this. But that's usually where you have to go. So like if I come over here, you can see I don't have access to that stuff yet. But basically, there's gonna be clips that you can actually pull. And it's at that point where we actually have access to that stuff so that I can post those clips so that someone can edit those clips into a clip compilation if they want to, and so on and so forth. And here's the thing though. Here's the thing. This whole thing works so much better. Hi, Cyber. I'm doing okay. A little pissed. This whole thing with clipping works a hell of a lot better than it does on Twitch. And because of that, I'm pretty sure, because you're watching the video, like right here, I just jumped back to like 12 minutes back, right?
It gets fucking worse.
Look at this.
Okay.
You can just literally literally what you do with these clips, right, chat? Is not only can you share the clips anywhere, but also you have the video player right here. So unlike Twitch, where you would have to sit there, click on the username, click on the part of the VOD that's been saved to go back and get a clip if you missed the moment, YouTube literally says, hey, buddy, you want to, like, you know, you got the YouTube video player? Here you go. Just jump around where you need to go, clip what you need to clip, and then just click on the live button. And you're right back there. You're right back up to speed with where we fucking want to be when it comes to streaming. And so as a result, that means that you literally have the ability to clip in a way that is so much fucking better. All right? And then, yes, the infinite Yumi. Yeah, Twitch can't do that shit. I mean, granted, I could go sit here, make a stream marker. I could go and create a highlight of the video too, which is gonna be like a longer thing. I need to figure out as well. I need to also figure out as well how to make it so that, like, you know, if someone like Lena wants to sit there and edit stuff, that she could actually sit there and edit it. Not entirely sure how that's gonna work. Also, Lena does bring up a good point, is that there is an extension you can get for your browser called the Truffle extension, which not only gives you a more Twitch-like overlay for your chat. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna sit here and I'm gonna move myself over a little bit, just so you guys can see what I'm talking about, right? As you can see, this looks a lot more like a normal Twitch chat, right? And it has channel points that you can use to do stuff. I need to still set it up. I would not recommend touching the donation thing. It's a bit awkward. But here's the thing, though, is you do have things. So, like, if I were to do this, it literally does, like, a little overlay onto the chat itself, like you can see right here. And it's just really fucking cool. So there's things we can do with that, right? Mom is on camera. This feels so wrong. Why does it feel wrong? Why does it fucking feel wrong? Yes, Kagrill, I got suspended on Twitch. But also, not only that, here's the thing, Lita. Here's the other thing that Lita just pointed out, is that right here, you can also, because of the 7BTTV stuff, I can upload my emotes without being a YouTube partner, and you guys can actually use my freaking emotes with that extension there. It's actually a really fucking cool extension. Too many emotes. Well, you know what, Kagrill? It's better, you know? Try to make a different platform look like Twitch. I mean, yeah, it's not like... It's just an overlay at the end of the day, admittedly. And that's all it is. But it's at least an overlay that's not terrible. And granted, YouTube doesn't really have raids per se. I have no idea how this raid feature works. I would need to test it out, and I might test it out here at the end of stream. There's a watch party thing that isn't working yet. But yeah, no, it's like this stuff does work. Like, let me try this real quick. Cause I don't know, yeah, like this whole thing with Truffle is very much it's still just a manual. But here's the thing though. The thing is that this Truffle thing is still very much in beta, right? Truffle is still in beta, but it is getting there. It is getting there. The thing is that like I can literally set up polls and it does work. So like if I were just to do a test and they just do yes and no, granted YouTube already supports this by default, but the thing is, like, you can see the poll right here, and then you can just select yes, no, and so on and so forth. So we have options. We have options, okay? And not only that, but to give you an idea of the way that this all works, right? Is that despite all of this, even if I wanted to, I wonder, are there custom channel point redeems? As far as I'm aware yet, Lena, no. That's kind of the big thing is no. Oh, hey, look at that. The freaking, my freaking overlay thing that works for freaking showing off polls still work. That's kind of cool. It actually works. But, yeah. But then on top of that, I'm also going to bring this up. Hang on. Let me just, like, turn this... Let me just go and make this video pop this out so you're not getting, like, Yumiception here real quick. But I'm also going to pull up a calculator here, right? And the reason I'm pulling this calculator up is because, like, you know how I said I got $400 off of Twitch right now that that they can't take it away? But here's the thing. Let me just show you. That's $800 if it's before the 50-50 split. If it was YouTube, I would get 70 of that, which is 560. So that's another 800. That's literally another $160. But hang on. Not only that, you have Tongia, which is already an 80-20 split. You have, so like, and I'm gonna, here, let me put this into chat, right? So, you're gonna have YouTube partner is going to be a 70-30 split. Then you have Tongia, which is a 80-20 split. Then you got Streamloots, which is a 90-10 split. Then you have Ko-Fi, which is a 95-5 split, right? Yes, YouTube is way more relaxed on the 18+ creators. Like, when you crack a joke or 100-0, yeah, I'm just keeping it at 95 because it's easier, Lena. But here's the thing, yeah. YouTube's more relaxed on the 18 plus creators. Like, literally, there are people on YouTube that make they make fucking softcore porn, okay? They freaking make softcore porn, okay? It's like, YouTube is way more lax on that shit, okay? That's just YouTube in a nutshell. Yeah, literally, if you don't believe me, literally, if I were to go and look around on YouTube, you could straight up find some really sexual shit that is absolutely fucking insane, okay? It is absolutely ridiculous the shit you can find. Like here, let me show you what I mean. Like, let's say I decided, I'm feeling kind of spicy. So what if I want to go? Yeah, no, Lena, I'm not gonna actually do it. I'm not gonna actually do it. My point is that you could do it. But here's the thing, though. If you want to see where we're at in terms of all this, granted, this has only been updated on the 16th, right? But here's the thing. Is last time it was updated, it's at 1,776 hours. Now, yesterday had about 35, okay? So, let me just take, like, it was like 36 yesterday. The day before that was about 58. The day before that was about 55, okay? That's 149 hours. Plus the 1,776 hours, right? That's 1,925 hours. And if I were to take that number and then take that 3,000 that's required, that leaves us with a little over 1,000 hours to get to YouTube Partner. And if we wanted to, okay, Chad, if we wanted to, if I were to just sit there and stream 4 days this week, right? On Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. If we were to divide that by 4, each day would need roughly 270 hours. But that is so easily fucking achievable, it's not even funny. Is growing a community harder on YouTube than it is on Twitch? It's admittedly a little bit more difficult than on Twitch, but then again, Twitch requires you, okay? Twitch requires you to use something like Twitter. And if it's not Twitter, they require you to use YouTube. The idea with Twitch is that you need to use other social media platforms to frickin' grow. So there is no, like, because YouTube, frickin', try looking on hauls, yeah. Like, here's the thing, though. The problem is with Twitch is they want you to use their collab features to actually get, yeah, it's about, no, Mercury, YouTube Partner is like a little over 1,000 away. But here's the thing, the problem is that with Twitch, they want you to either rely on collabing with people to grow or use someone else, or use a different website's platform to grow. Because it's just dog shit. Their algorithm is absolutely dog shit. And so I wouldn't be surprised that even if YouTube is more difficult to grow on, yeah, that's the thing, is because Twitch wants you to have like X, Y, and Z reason and all that shit for, you know, growth and all that. It's really fucking stupid. But the thing is that literally you're gonna keep, yes, it's more difficult to grow a community on YouTube, but it's also a community that's less likely to fall apart over some random stupid VTuber drama, right? Because, like, on Twitch, on fucking Twitch, with how closely tight-knitted freaking YouTube, like, VTubers are, literally what happens is, like, you're gonna see some sort of drama that happens. Like, you could see some sort of drama happen on Twitter with VTubers, right? And even if you see some sort of drama with VTubers on Twitter, next thing you know is that, you know, you're gonna see that person get canceled. If they do like a hot take, like, let me put it like this. Chat, let me ask you a question. How many of you guys actually liked Hogwarts Legacy, right? Like, how many of you guys were actually excited for Hogwarts Legacy when it came out? Because I'm going somewhere with this. You didn't play it, you wanted to though. Okay, now, do you guys remember how bad the fucking mostly Australia Network Fair? So here's the thing. Do you guys remember how bad the cancel culture was for that game? Basically, let's put it like this. Freaking VTubers, it didn't matter if you knew about the issues with J.K. Rowling or not. VTubers, yeah, they even made a website to hit people who streamed Hogwarts Legacy. And here's the thing, is that because of that, people got canceled. I sat there and I wanted to play the game. I got canceled, right? If you even so much as talked about it, you would get hate for it. But guess what? It was mostly centered. Hang on, get closer for this, chat. It was mostly centered around VTubers and streamers on Twitch. That's right. It wasn't on freaking YouTube as much. It was specifically on Twitch. And so as a result, if you so much as breathed on that, you would get canceled and you would see people hit your Twitch more so than you would if you were to see, you know, someone on YouTube get hit for it because here's the thing. YouTube, people who are on Twitch don't really care about those on YouTube. There's a reason why a lot of corpo VTubers are on YouTube, like FaZe Connect, like Hololive, like Niji Sanji. But yeah, no, Twitch is becoming more and more toxic. Afix, if you didn't see it, I straight up got suspended on freaking Twitch for a week, okay? That's how fucking bad it is. Like, it is so fucking bad at this point that, honestly, I'm starting to think that a career for a VTuber, if they want to actually have a career, they are better off on YouTube than they are on Twitch, right? Cause like one of your favorite VTubers, which one was that, Gravy? But here's the thing, here's the problem with this. No, it wasn't Afix. It fucking wasn't. It was fucking Cheesy Bread. It was me shitposting about Cheesy Bread. God. You have to think about Twitch real quick. You have to think that Twitch is so pathetic. Yeah, okay, Afix, look. Here's the clip in question I think actually got me in trouble. Oh. But here's the thing, Afix, look, here's the thing. You've been around, okay? Yeah, here's the thing, Afix, you've been around since the very beginning. And so you would remember, I straight up, hang on, Koro, here's the thing, this is the issue. On Twitch, I straight up used to, when I first started out, I had a thing called Yumi noises, okay? And that was just straight up a 10 second. It was a 10-second moment where I would just sit there and moan. Okay? I straight up would moan on stream. It was literally a moaning redeem. And Twitch didn't hit me. Like, you would literally just sit there and here we go, like, yeah, that's the thing. I would just do that. Like, for 10 solid seconds, I'd give people a warning. And Twitch never hit me back then. Like, yeah. Next Koikatsu voice actors win. I mean, you're not wrong. Yeah, no, that's the thing though, Owl. That's the thing, is that I don't know why they didn't, but they didn't. Like, compared to everything else I do, that is so fucking tame. Yeah, Twitch is suspending me, but here's the thing. They suspended me for a week. Not like a 24 hours like you see for other people. No warning. Not just 1 day, not 2 days, not 3 days, not 5 days. 7. The maximum amount of time you can get hit for. And because of the fact that that happens, you're more likely to get hit even harder, right? Yeah, a week. We are suspended for a week on Twitch. And here's the thing, is that you are more likely to get hit again with a strike once you have one on your account. But, I mean, you could get hit for more, but I believe for your first offense, the max is like 7. That, at least from what I understand from other managers, including Tessa. And so, part of the problem is sitting there, and now it's kind of a race to get YouTube up to YouTube partner and kind of move the fuck away from Twitch. Because honestly, yeah, I'm more likely to get hit again. Because honestly, with Twitch, in all honesty, yeah, now that I'm on the radar, the thing is with Twitch, it almost feels like it's not even worth worrying about. Like, sure, it's gonna be difficult to, like, you know, collab with people. Sure, it's gonna be more difficult to, like, you know, network with people on YouTube versus that, but, you know, how much do I need? I need 1,075, Lena. Not counting whatever today is, okay? Yeah, if it was an IRL woman who makes them noises, they wouldn't get banned. I know, that's kind of the problem. But here's the thing, though, too. I also think Twitch was not happy. I have a theory, okay? That Twitch did not like how much I was telling people about how their algorithm actually works. That, But the other thing, though, too, with Twitch, that I was also exposing is how if you have people that are not in your country donating you subs or anything, it's not a 50-50 split. It's more like a 75. It's like a freaking, you know, 25-75 split. That's right. Though that, you know, like if there's, you know, if you're supposed to get like $3 for a $6 sub, nope. You get you only get, like, you know, maybe $2 instead. It's stupid. Because Twitch listens in on people's streams on Twitter posts. I don't think they listen in on Twitter. I really don't. But here's the thing, though. Here's the problem with this. Is that this email that I got, right? The email from Twitch suspending me. That was at 2:24 a.m., right? But here's the thing. That particular clip that was made, that came up on stream, was literally about an hour into my stream. So that fucking video, right? That video right there was about at 8 o'clock my time. Which means that it's not just 8 o'clock. You're talking about we had, what, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. That means it took almost 7 hours. It took like 6.5 hours for Twitch to react to this clip potentially and go and issue a suspension. So that means that either someone from Twitch, because here's the thing, the way freaking Twitch works, right? What did I do wrong? I posted a clip where I sounded mildly suggestive. But here's the thing, the problem is with the stories thing on Twitch is that the stories don't actually do anything. There is no discovery with it, which means there are only 2 kinds of people that could actually hit you on Twitch with your stories, right? Because that's where I got hit, was in my story, which is like their whole TikTok thing. So here's the thing, the only way you can get hit by this, the only way that Twitch could possibly hit you within your story is that either someone that is a viewer of yours, that is a follower of yours, reports you, or Twitch staff, someone from Twitch's staff saw you and had an issue with it. Yeah, Twitch stories are absolutely worthless. There's no discovery to it at all. I've literally sat there, I've looked at it, actually, give me a second here real quick. Give me one moment. Oh, God. All right, chat, here's the thing. I know this is going on a little bit longer than I meant for it to. However, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have Tessa, my manager, come on here for a bit, right? In a couple of minutes, my manager, Tessa, is going to come onto the stream, and she is going to actually help me talk about this stuff a little bit and tell you a little bit more about this nitty-gritty shit that was happening. Because this is just bad. This is purely shit, you know? No, not even. That's the thing. No, you don't, Mercury. That's the thing. Is literally, if I were to sit there, and if I were to sit, like literally, if I were to sit there and go and put my VOD up on Twitch, you get nothing. There's no ad revenue. There's no, like, you don't get watch time hours for it. Same thing with your stories. You get jack and shit. The only way you grow on Twitch is when you are live. And that's only when people go and give you money via subs or bits. And that is it. There is no ad revenue for VODs. There is no, there is nothing. When you are offline, you might as well not exist in the algorithm. That means that there is nothing. Yeah, you get nothing from watching the VODs. Also, Sadie, yes, please do take care, and I please sleep well. And again, thank you for all of your support and all of the help. You've been amazing, Saint, and I really do appreciate it. Yeah, no, that's the thing. That's the thing about Twitch, is that literally you get nothing, nada, zilch, zero, goddamn fucking nothing. Twitch literally says, fuck you. You didn't know at, like, literally, let me put it like this. You get, like, maybe $5 for ad revenue on Twitch, and that's only while you're live streaming and people watch your stream on Twitch when you're live. You can, Tozo? It's gonna be difficult to explain it, though. That's the thing. You are more than welcome to. I don't know how they're gonna respond, but, you know, you are more than welcome to. only worth for the richer. I mean, let's put it like this. You guys have seen some of the VTubers that are massive out there to get away with some really sexual shit and only get a 24-hour ban. Yeah, that's the thing. Twitch is literally so fucking toxic to the point that they will straight up give people multiple 24-hour bans that are massive, but then give someone that's really small, like, you know, a 7-day ban. And if you're sitting here and, you know, this is like your full-time gig you do, that can really fuck you over, you know? It can massively fuck you over. Well, thank you, Tozo. And here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, is that realistically, you know, I genuinely think YouTube absolutely is the better platform in this instance. You're gonna watch some original gamer VODs on the Twitch situation right now because it's going down. Well, I mean, Aphigs, here's the thing. Is literally last week, I had 2 streams that had a massive delay on it. One of them had a fucking 53-minute delay, and we watched that stream take 53 extra minutes just to end because of all of the buffering. And then we saw another stream have almost a 10-minute delay. And then this week, we actually had things going well. Yeah, 53 minutes. Also, hang on. Hello!
Hi.
The Tessa is here.
PNG source up.
Yep, I got it up.
Okay.
We have the Tessa here, chat.
Yeah. Can you do me a solid on another tab? I want you to open up your affiliate agreement.
The affiliate agreement on what? Twitch?
Oh shit, yeah. You can't even access it. That's right.
No, like...
maybe I can access it on mine because I'm an affiliate.
Hang on,
They have an appeals portal too.
Yeah, but we all know that that's not worth it.
I know. It's not gonna happen, like, in time.
I found the monetization agreement.
Okay. Let me go to video producer, affiliate. Monetization. Affiliate. Okay, good. View affiliate agreement.
All right.
Okay. Let's see.
What is it called on Twitch that's TikTok like again? It's the stories.
Yeah.
Also, they're asking me to raise your volume. Hang on. Speak for me real quick.
Hold on. Hi. I'm turning on Reaper right now. Okay. Hi.
And give me a second. And there we go. Now people should also be able to hear you regardless in the VOD.
Yeah, that's good.
I can't really turn her up anymore, unfortunately. She's at max, I think. I can...
Here.
Yeah,
I'm turning myself up.
All right,
Here.
there we go. Okay, that's as loud as
Okay.
Tessa can get at the moment.
I just turned it up on my mixer.
Okay, cool. That should work.
Okay. So... yeah, there's nothing in the affiliate agreement that we have broken, so... let's see. Community guidelines. There we go. So here is the community guidelines right here. I'm going to go down to... let's see. sensitive content for sexual content. You're gonna go down to that.
And give me a second. All right, try talking now for me real quick.
Hi.
All right, Chad, how does that sound when she talks?
Hello. Hello, everyone. Can you hear me now?
I just put the loud max filter on your audio source, so there we go. Yeah, it's better.
It should not be that. It should not need all that.
Well, you know what? You got it now.
Good lord. All right, so.
All right, so here we go.
Go ahead and make me smaller. Make the text bigger.
All right, is that a good size for you?
Yeah, just put me away real quick.
All right. Or better yet.
That works.
There we go. All right.
And then you could just flip me horizontally.
I already did that. There we go. All
right, so
Chad.
scroll all the way down to sexual content. That's going to be under sensitive content. You see on the right-hand side?
Yep, I see it right
Click
there.
sensitive content.
There we go. Sexual content.
And then,
here we go.
Okay, so here's what they're trying to quote. Sexual content. So this is what they're saying is the problem here. But we're going to go through this real quick. So users are prohibited from broadcasting uploaded pornographic content. For example, you may not show, offer, or promote content warning, explicit, simulated, fictional, or implied sex or masturbation. This includes oral, anal, and vaginal sex, touching of genitals and self, or mutual masturbation, or prolonged audio that implies sex, masturbation, orgasm. So that's where the gray area is right there. And so right now they're implying that Yumi's moan is a prolonged audio, which is bullshit. It did not last longer than a minute, 30 seconds. By no means and definition could you say that it was a prolonged audio. So that's the first strike here. Second thing, adult nudity without implied or real sex acts is subject to adult nudity. And so a lot of VTubers are actually getting hit with this one because of just VTubers existing in the first place. And to normies that are a part of the content moderation team, now, mind you, this is not exactly how upper staff views this. This is more something that the IRL, some segments of the IRL streamer culture crowd looks at things. They see that anime in general is sexual. And by extension, women in general are sexual to some of these people. So cam streamers do get hit time to time, but not nearly as much as VTubers. And this is a problem because VTubers are seen as implicitly sexual in nature. There's no amount of covering up that you could do that could make you safe. And that's a big problem because you could be like us, and the way that my job is to make sure everyone is compliant with TOS and these exact standards.
Mm-hmm.
And I make sure that I have to say no to a lot of things, especially when we're developing these things during debut.
And you guys have
making
to
sure
realize how
a lot of fucking work.
It is, and you have to realize that Tessa's actual standards are pretty high and
strict,
rigorous there. And it's to a point that literally anything I do on stream has effectively...
Remember the sports bra?
Yeah, the sports bra. Like, I literally... Anything that I do on stream has to basically be cleared through Tessa because she's the one that has studied this stuff inside and out. And so anything I've done on stream is stuff that falls within the actual rules of fucking Twitch.
Now go down real quick to enforcement notes and clarifications.
Right here. All right, here we go.
And by the way, that note that they had for content that focuses on clothed, intimate body parts such as buttocks, groin, or breasts for extended periods of time. You know, they don't apply that to a lot of people right now. Like, there's a lot of cam girl streamers that straight up have a camera of their ass on a glass chair and shaking their ass for 4 to 5 hours on stream.
And here's the thing. Here's the other thing, though. Is that honestly, because I'm gonna switch away from this this thing real quick, because the thing is that even in, like, you know, I would be a little bit more understanding if, like, you know, when I was messing around with One Piece and I sat there and I did that whole thing where I would sit there and, like, you know, show off the cleavage and all that, I could be a little bit more understanding if, like, you know, there was a suspension served for this. Let me find the actual moment in which I was actually doing that. Yeah, like right here. The camera is set up in such a position you can actually see the booba. You can see the cleavage, and it's there for a prolonged enough time that in theory, that would have broken Twitch TOS. But because it's an IRL thing going on, because Twitch doesn't give a shit about the IRL stuff, they actually didn't give a shit. They don't care about that, you know? There would have been strikes against that, but that's not the thing that they actually gave me a strike for. And so that's a little bit of a different issue. Anyways, back to the whole clarification thing that you were talking about, Tess.
But there was another moment as well where there was a the camera was kind of focused on me a little bit, and I was just kind of like stimming to my bra, and you could see a lot of my boobs. I almost flashed my nipple, almost, but I didn't. And even that's not the thing that actually got us pinged. It was something entirely different within your clips.
It was a literal freaking thing, which I'm assuming was the cheesy bread joke.
Yeah, it was probably the cheesy bread joke.
Which is just so stupid. But, like, yeah, anyway, so on to this whole enforcement notes and clarification stuff.
Right, I'm bringing this up because these are a recent update that they have. Do you have your email? Because I don't know if they gave you an enforcement note or clarification.
I do have my email pulled up, however, trying to figure it out is...
Okay, it's right there.
Where?
You had it.
No, that was the one, that was the email where I got hit.
Yeah, they're supposed to put an enforcement note on it. Yeah, zoom in on that.
All right. So we got a reason here, sexual content.
Okay, move me real quick.
All right. There you go.
Okay, so here we have... Yeah, see, we just went over all of this right now in the community guidelines. And there is not a single moment here that shows that evidence at all. So scroll up in the email.
If you suspect any rogue AI activity, call the NetWatch hotline immediately.
Okay, go down. Down. Where are they? Yeah, see, look at that. Nothing we can do about it.
Like, we can submit an appeal, but you were telling me that it's not really worthwhile because it's going to take, like, just as long to get it appealed as it would just to get the account reinstated.
Exactly.
The only thing, would an appeal remove the strike, or would the strike still be on the account either way?
So, Okay. During TwitchCon recently, they were rolling out an update, where strikes time out eventually.
Right.
If we start to see, I don't know, like, I guess it doesn't hurt to get that strike out, and we could discuss that like tomorrow. I'm going about that. It's a pretty simple form. I've been through it, unfortunately.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't cleavage in a story link. It was.
No.
It was me shit posting and
Moaning.
and making a moan noise to cheesy bread.
Because in the community guidelines, there's the line that says prolonged audio that implies such and such an orgasm, and so moaning as a joke could be considered prolonged audio that implies orgasm.
Which it's just really...
even if it's in the context of a joke, and it's like that. That is not a prolonged audio. That's a sound bite.
But here, the thing that's weird about that is I've done that so many times on stream. I've done that because I used to have a fucking channel point redeemed that just had me do that for 10 seconds, which is literally that I would consider prolonged at that point, but that was like continuous. But in the actual clip itself, it was not continuous. And two, it was clearly
it was
a joke.
Like, I literally just demonstrated how long it was.
Yeah.
It was like that quick. And that, by definition, is not fucking prolonged. It does not meet that criteria.
And that's the thing, is like, there's a lot of VTubers who do so much worse than what I do. There's IRL streamers that do so much worse than what happened, and they haven't gotten hit for it. And that's what makes this so much worse. And it's literally at a point, like, you know, when you actually read through Twitch's TOS and you notice that, oh shit, you're not actually doing anything wrong. And then when you think about how many issues we've been having to deal with, I don't know which tweet you're talking about, Link. But here's the thing though. The problem is that with all of this, like, as I was saying earlier, last week, we had a stream that had a 53-minute delay on it. And then on top of that, Twitch has been constantly like, don't show it on stream, fair. But on top of that, Tessa's actually is convinced at this point that we've been having some sort of like blacklisting going on or something, because this entire year, there has been a noticeable decrease in discovery, in impressions, which is like, you know, a whole thing that where people get to actually see what you've done and all that stuff, and actually see if they want to click on your stuff. So that means Twitch has basically stopped recommending me as much. Twitch started to, like, you know, basically Twitch started like downvoting me. They started to decrease my reach. And then on top of that, that also meant that, you know, stuff like notifications when I go live, that also went down the drain. And if it wasn't that, then you also had, like, you know, you're having all these weird issues with Twitch buffering, causing delays, all this other random crap. And then this week, we were legitimately getting back on track and actually defying the Twitch algorithm, and then this happens. It's so bullshit, and so that's why we're looking at pushing freaking YouTube so much more. And by the way, Tessa, we are literally 75 hours above only needing 1,000 hours. We only need 1,075 hours of watch time until we get to YouTube partner. By the way.
So if we have an average of 50 hours per stream as we're going now, how many streams do we have left? While you're answering that, I'm currently looking up California civil discrimination.
So if we were to take that average of 50 and divide it, that would be 21 and a half streams. Hi, Aqua.
Woo!
But here's the thing. If we push YouTube really hard and we get about 270 watch time hours for the next 4 streams, then that would also get us there too. Not saying that that'll happen, but the idea is that we can actually hit YouTube partner way easier. Get that whole thing set up, get the monetization set up, which would be way better than fucking anything that Twitch can give, you know. 21 streams in how many days? So that would roughly be, if I were to divide that by 4, that would mean about 5.5 weeks, give or take.
Okay, I'm gonna give you something real quick. I haven't even pulled up law yet, but this immediately qualifies. Like, immediately.
All right, so California sex and gender discrimination.
Because here's the thing: if we were to actually sue Twitch, especially a class action, we would need to go to their jurisdiction, which is San Francisco, California. And so, even by California standards, go ahead and zoom in.
By the way, Tessa, someone is actually asking a really good question. How are watch time hours calculated?
So it's literally calculated by an accumulated number of how long you literally watch. And it adds it up from all of the viewers.
Yeah.
So if one person has an average view duration of that stream to be like 5 minutes and another person has 2 hours, yada yada, it adds all that up.
Yep.
Okay, so this, I specifically looked for this because A, contractors are covered under basic fucking human rights all over the United States. Streamers who are affiliates with Twitch are contractors. So, due to contract law, you are also protected under civil law. So, you see those points right there? Examples of unlawful employment practices because of gender or sex include. Go ahead and read that down, and let's point out which ones sound like our situation.
Employment standards or policies requiring sexually provocative dress or grooming that tends to stereotype women as sex objects.
That is, yeah, no. That's crossed off.
Refusing to permit employees to wear pants on account of the sex of the employee.
Crossed out.
Discriminating against a female employee because she does not act like a woman.
Bingo. There's one strike.
Sex-based discrimination and rates of pay to employees for the same job. Appearance standards.
Strike. No.
Appearance standards that impose more stringent requirements on employees of one sex than on employees of the other sex.
Bingo. Strike 2.
Discriminating against particular subgroups of women, such as women with children.
Strike 3.
Treating married women differently than married men. Discrimination against employees or applicants because of their sexual preference or orientation, or for appearing to be of a particular sexual orientation.
Strike 4. And I'm going to make an argument for that last one especially, because VTubers by and large are pretty goddamn queer. And there is a strong argument that the majority of VTubers are gender non-conforming. And so there's 4 different strikes here in basic ass civil rights law that they have violated. And so this is my promise to every fucking one. If this amazing woman here gets indefinitely suspended by Twitch, we're gonna sue Twitch with a class action lawsuit. That's a fucking promise. I will pull all of my fucking strings to bring the community together and do a fucking fundraiser, and we're gonna do something about this for everyone. Because I don't see anyone doing this, and we're sitting here 4 fucking strikes into civil rights violations.
Yep. But then also, California law also protects gender identity and gender expression.
And less money, we're probably gonna look at something like 10 to 20K kind of deal. They could potentially fight us, but the thing is like we would equally have a good representation. Like I'm not gonna go short on this shit.
I mean,
And
because
that's
like, there's already enough of a case just because of the fact that, you know, you could actually prove out, you can literally point out any number of people that, whether it's IRL streamers or if it's freaking VR chat streamers. In either case, the fact is you can point out any number of points that actually shows that VTubers get an actually do get, you know, discriminated against and targeted against. There's enough of a paper trail to actually have a strong enough defense. And while they could stall out, it would be, I would say that it would be difficult to stall out with how damning the evidence already is. And with how fucking all over the place Twitch already is with their stuff, I would admit that I think that Twitch probably wouldn't be able to get a good enough case together.
because here's the thing. So the way that this would work is we find a firm, then we do our filing, and we formally notify Twitch. Then after that, we go through initiating processes with courts, and then after that we basically start filing for discovery. The discovery process essentially calls for evidence of the case from both sides, and we bring evidence forward. And that is a long, tedious process, but it's very difficult to kind of stall that part out and the initial first decision making about the case. Where the stalling out comes from is with appeals. And so whether or not they succeed with appeals, that's a bridge you cross when you get there. But the initial process, no, not really. Like, I don't see how they can stall out that initial process.
Would civil discrimination more so applying for more stringent restrictions? Would that only apply based on gender, or would it apply to VTubers because they are a group of individuals?
No, like, the group of individuals also can, like, it's not mutually exclusive. Sexuality and gender can apply all across. And so there's a really good argument for a certain type of gender expression and sexual expression being heavily discriminated against when it comes to VTubers. There's a specific targeting with that. And that can be shown with data. And this is all public data you can get from streamer bans. It's a specific Twitter and Blue Sky account that logs everyone who has been suspended. And if you went through the painstaking effort to make an Excel sheet of it, then you could pretty much prove that VTubers get banned more often than female counterparts of IRL.
Yeah. Link's asking, can you prove that they are discriminating against the sexual expression, and how?
I think I would be able to prove that beyond a reasonable doubt, especially if it's class action, based on how many people are joining, and especially bringing forth a lot of evidence that is brought forth through the discovery phase.
Yep.
Of different suspensions, and email, for example, is a type of evidence, and so collecting people's suspension emails would count as evidence. Yeah, legal system is a massive pain in the ass. I know. And I wouldn't even suggest this if I wasn't confident in this. It's... Right now, there's a number of VTubers behind the scenes that are already doing legal processes with YouTube. And depending on... I've been learning on how that has been going, and the same would apply with Twitch either way.
Yep.
So, yeah, we're not just gonna go to any, like, random internet lawyer fucker on Twitter or some shit. We're actually gonna get a legitimate firm, if that were to come across. Because right now, here's the problem. We also have damages here. Because Even we can easily calculate how much we're missing out on a week of income through missing out on the monetization of Twitch and all of the other things like stream loots and Tangia.
Exactly. Well, I mean, Streamlets and Tangia, those are both things that work through YouTube, but yes.
We can also make the argument that the majority of the income comes due to us streaming on Twitch.
Yep.
And so that's damages that can be calculated that way. And if an indefinite suspension would happen, the entire time of your suspension and till the time that they repeal that suspension and the court case as well, that's all damages that could be calculated as well. And so I'm not fucking around here. And the other thing is, with all of the other people, if it's a class action, that would all have to be calculated too. So we could be talking like it could be a really big number.
It could be. It absolutely could be a
big
number.
Because we're not the only ones affected by this.
No. Like how, when it came down to that 53-minute stream delay we had, we actually did find a couple of people that did end up having that issue. One of those people that ended up having the issue, their name was Scott Falco, who's the one that made the whole Toontuber stuff and actually used to do like animations and everything. So there are
counter arguments can include just flat out denial of any discrimination by saying some generic bullshit of like, we are a company that does not discriminate, legal jargon, boilerplate bullshit. And basically reading out their community guidelines in terms of services that on paper they don't discriminate, but then de facto they do. And
not banned links, not banned.
That standard of de facto is what would be argued against. So I'd be curious to see what their arguments are. And one of the things that comes with consulting a lawyer, an attorney for both of us, would be to get that consultation from a lawyer about what the counter arguments for a de facto argument would be. Because to just accept things at face value is called a per se argument, whereas how things actually are is de facto. And so that's the standard that we would have to work off of. Which I don't even know where to start.
I'm also pulling up the whole thing with Scott Falco. Yeah. Yes, that's Scott. That's Scott Falco. Literally had the same issue.
The guy who made Toontubers.
Who made Toontubers also was the one that was running into the same issue with lagging and stuff on Twitch as well. It was absolutely god-awful. And the fact that he's actually way bigger than me, and he was experiencing these issues too.
Yeah. Yeah, so here's the thing. Being a quote-unquote anime woman on the internet is something that can be easily proved as the difference between fictional and actor. And so there is precedence for entertainment law and lawsuits that have already happened. And so we can pull from such precedents that have been set before for actors, voice actors, and such other things. And so what those are, that's what we would need to get an attorney for. I just know that we have a case, and many other people have the same exact case too. As for the argument about gender identity and sexual orientation with the Vtuber, their gender goes two ways, and this is something that is defined in law, is not only how one identifies, but how one is also perceived. And if people in the content moderation team at Twitch don't understand and have a pretty biased assumption, then that could be argued as bigotry. And by calling those people to witness from the content moderation team, that would be the angle. Because I believe genuinely that this is gender-based discrimination by and large. Because there are male VTubers that do get hit. I see Scott Falco. But disproportionately, it affects women and female-presenting individuals. Mm-hmm. And so, especially the female-presenting individuals, that goes into LGBTQ, which, by the way, is a fucking landmine for civil suits. And so I think that it's a pretty easy argument on that one. But in terms of getting the whole process, it's a pain in the fucking ass, and that's why no one does it. And so for me, I'm not scared to go through that process. This just ain't right.
No,
What they're doing.
And that's why I wanted to talk about this and like do this whole stream, is because of how much bullshit this whole thing is with Twitch. And there was some stuff that was being brought up earlier about how it is potentially more difficult to network and actually like try to collab with VTubers when you're on the YouTube side of things versus the Twitch side of things. And so that could admittedly be a slight concern there when it comes to doing that kind of stuff. But even then, if most people are on Twitch or on Twitter and Blue Sky, I would argue that it doesn't become that much harder. Would you agree with that?
Sorry, I blanked out for like a second. Are you saying that it's harder to convert over from Blue Sky?
No. It's the one of the concerns was how difficult it would be if someone were to sit there and want to network or collab with other VTubers. It would be difficult to do so because you're more on YouTube than you are on Twitch.
So there's an interesting thing there. Let's just say the difficulty as it is, even if you're on Twitch, let's just say the difficulty for networking is already at a 7 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
Not being on Twitch turns it into the 8.5 or 9.
It's not
it's already difficult, and it's not that big of a difference at the end of the day, because like if you don't even stream, you could still network with VTubers regardless.
Yeah.
Especially if you provide a service like I do. And so I get the fuck around. And so regardless whether this one is on YouTube or not is not a big concern at all.
Yes, Cordy, I did get suspended over a violation of the TOS that wasn't even a violation of the TOS.
Yeah, and here's the other fucking thing. Typically, like the overwhelming majority of first offenses, they are punishable for 24 hours typically. However, for this one here, they decided to go 7 weeks. You know what gets you that?
1 week.
7 days. 7 days. 1 whole week. You know what gets that kind of thing? Typically, it's like, oh, you flashed your titties enough, or you did the whole, like you know how we were reading the community guidelines? You actually did that and some.
And that
not like
been,
some bullshit interpretation.
And that would have been one thing if I got hit for that, but I didn't.
Yeah, no, that's what your first offense would result in, is a 7 week, and that's typically already pretty extreme. But for this to happen, where it's a first offense for something that is gray at best, or gray at worst, and literally not an offense at all, it deserves a warning, not a whole week.
Like a lot of VTubers were getting warnings, and I didn't even get that.
And so, right now for her, I can argue there's a good amount of prejudice here.
Yeah. Because the thing is, like, let me sit here real quick and show you guys my model. Because even if you were to try and argue that my model is sexual, you can look at this model right here, and you can just straight up tell, this ain't bad compared to some other designs we've seen, chat. Like,
I mean, mine isn't either.
No.
Like,
and like, granted, I could also sit here and I could swap around the outfit a little bit here just so you guys can see like the alternate outfit. And even then, that's not bad. Like,
and you don't even go boing boing that much.
No, I could go boing boing. I could take the jacket off and I could just like bounce up and down and all that. And it does admittedly have really nice boing boing even on the thighs, but you know. it's not enough. It's
No.
straight up not enough to cause an issue. Like, hell, you know, since we're on YouTube, you know what I could do? I could technically do that hidden toggle. Right, Tessa?
What hidden toggle?
The one that just keeps the jacket on but removes the top?
Let me double check that one real quick. I'm gonna go to YouTube real quick.
I'm not, like... Cause...
Give me a moment. I'm gonna double check this, okay?
Yeah, you might want to double check it.
You just talk.
But yeah, no, honestly,
Be a good girl.
I will be a good girl. Like, it's one thing to take your shoes off on YouTube. It's one thing to
Oh
wear
my god,
a bikini.
feet.
Yeah, it's one thing, like,
Feet.
you can get away with so much on fucking YouTube. Like, hell, I could wear the goddamn beach outfit that I made as a toggle, you know? Hold off on YouTube. Okay, great. Okay, I'll hold off. My point is though, okay? And gather evidence. Thank you. Like, I'll make sure that Tessa and I can both
Okay,
look it over.
explicit content is meant to be sexually gratifying is not allowed on YouTube. Posting pornography may result in content removal or channel termination. Videos containing fetish content will be removed or age restricted. In most cases, violent, graphic, or humiliating fetishes are not allowed. Let's see.
So, short
Don't
answer,
post
no.
content if it shows the depiction of clothed or unclothed genitals, breasts, or buttocks that are meant for sexual gratification.
So,
other
short answer is
content-
no.
Other types of content that violate this policy: masturbation, fondling or groping of genitals, breasts, or buttocks, using sex toys to give videos sexual gratification, nudity or partial nudity that's meant for sexual gratification, non-consensual sex acts or the promotion or glorification of non-consensual sex acts such as sexual assault, incest, bestiality, or zoophilia, unwanted sexualization such as non-consensually shared imagery or voyeurism.
Tessa, you're good. So the short answer is no, don't do it.
Hold on.
Okay.
We allow sexual content when the primary purpose is educational, documentary, scientific, or artistic, or isn't gratuitous. This would actually classify as an educational stream.
So technically...
Because we're trying to make a point.
So
we're trying to make a point right now.
I could show it off real quick then?
Yes, you can.
Alright.
It literally would fall under educational content. Because we're trying to make a point here.
Oh, I
So
don't think
fuck
it's...
that noise. Yumi lost her melanin.
It didn't work. I guess I have to make sure it works. I guess it's broken right now.
Oh, you can't see the boing boings.
But, like, point is, there's a point. The point is here is, like, okay, you know what? I can pull up the image in question real quick. Because I did take a screenshot of it. In case I ever needed to show it off. Just as an example of what could be done. And
By the way, me reading all of that, that was the nudity and sexual content in the community guidelines. All of you could even pull that up. That is literally public knowledge and available. So, like, reading that, it is literally less strict than Twitch.
literally, like, especially right now.
Yeah, it's way less strict.
All right, I found the image. So here
Though
it is.
you technically could argue that under boob and side boob is partial nudity.
Tessa,
Yeah,
here you
something
go.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so something like that can be argued as partial nudity. So, like, if you are streaming like that, that still would not be okay.
No.
However, that being said, all of the things we went over for Twitch's community guidelines are far more strict.
But here's the thing, though, is that on top of that, you know, while that may not be, while that's definitely more on the risky side to put onto YouTube, and I would not
Yeah,
recommend.
you're probably, yeah, you would not. That's a Fansly kind of thing.
That's yeah, that's absolutely. But here's the thing, though. However, if I wanted to say, you know, use this right here as an example, this would be fine. Because nothing is explicitly nude, and it's like just a bikini beach.
Yeah, that's technically fine under YouTube, but under Twitch, you're asking for trouble.
Yeah, under Twitch, you need to just.
You're asking for a knuckle sandwich for lunch.
Yeah, you would need to like have like a beach background there.
Yeah, that would be a hot tub stream, and it would be fine.
But don't worry.
Literally, a hot tub PNG, it makes that okay.
But don't worry, if you were in VR chat, you would also be fine.
Oh yeah, of course. You could be an e-girl on VR chat, and it's okay. You could be pole dancing and have a thong on, and it's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Didn't you know?
Yeah, Courtney, that's what I was mentioning, is that design as a VR chat model would be perfectly fine. It's just so stupid, yeah. The hot tub stream is effectively...
You know what? Open up to it. Oh wait, you don't have an account. Fuck. I would be like, open up Twitch into the VR chat section, and we'll prove our point in real time.
I don't need an account to do that.
Oh yeah, okay.
All I have to do is just pull up the VR chat category, and then...
That's fucking stupid.
And then within like a couple of seconds, I bet you I can find someone doing... Okay, so right now it's not a good day, but like... The most I can find is someone like Jofa, who's sitting here, right here. They're just kind of driving a car. They got the whole e-girl thing going on. That's too much side boob. That'd get them immediately banned.
See, if a VTuber did that, it would be immediate ban. Immediate.
Yeah. Or hang on, there was another one right here. There's this one right here. Plenty of underbooba.
Yeah, now go to just chatting. Or hot tubs is fine, but just chatting. For the IRL people.
Go to the hot tub stuff?
No, just chatting.
Oh, just chatting. Yeah, I gotcha. Alright, so here we are in just chatting at the moment. And this right now
Let me know when you find someone.
When I find someone? Yep, found it immediately. Oh. Okay, this is not correct, but literally when I pulled them up, their thumbnail
was bad.
Their thumbnail. There's another person right here.
That's really bad clickbait there.
There's also this person.
VTubers cannot get away with that.
Oh, well, Megalodon can get away with it. See?
That's just a ticky time bomb for her.
Yeah,
she's skirting that line, and not a great idea, to be honest, even at her size.
Yeah, because like I just pulled up a couple of people. We gotta wait for the ads to pass over.
If it's a VTuber, you're just a ticking time bomb, and it's survivorship bias at that point. That's really all it is at the end of the day, because the moment that it happens, they're gonna be pissed off like we are.
Well, here's the thing, Courtney. The problem is with VR chat, they argued that it's a game and that that
they're video game characters.
That's all they're arguing there. It's so stupid.
It's not like the VTuber argument, and so as a result, they can't.
That's where the issue comes in. Is they're getting away with a lot of bullshit. God, I fucking hate how. God, they just literally took an ad break on top of that. But yeah. Okay, fuck this. Yeah, right here, like, you can tell that she's still covered, but you got the eyes there, which implies nudity. And that's nudity. That's implied nudity. That breaks the rules. You have this girl right here. Literally, look at that. That's breaking Twitch TOS.
Technically, that's fine.
I mean, technically, but...
Technically, that's fine.
How about we go to the ASMR category?
That would be, yes. Because there's girls that are just straight up naked.
Yeah.
And they have the whole black censorship bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's kind of what we're talking about, as well as the girls that have the glass chair cam.
Well, if we were gonna really get into that, we'd go to the hot tub pools, hot tubs, and beaches category real quick. Here you go.
Is that where that shit is?
Yeah, just within a second. Here you go. Immediately. And here's the thing, though. I mean, here's the thing. The problem is that the people who are doing this shit, right? I would just straight up say that these are people who wanted to be cam girls, but lacked so much they had zero confidence in themselves that they feel like they have to use a website that's not a cam site just to actually have any kind of sex appeal because they know they can't compete with anyone that's actually decent at that stuff. Because
I wouldn't go that far.
I would go that far.
I wouldn't go that far.
I would go that far.
No, I know you're pissed right now, but I wouldn't go that far. It's just that they know that they can get away with it right now, so they're just gonna go for it, and they're gonna get creative on how they're gonna go around it.
Well, no, Kruger, we're not like sitting there. We're not trying to I'm not trying to give off the vibes of I got in trouble, and so let's call it.
That's why I'm trying to you need to chill out a bit.
Okay. Because what I'm just saying is, what I'm pointing out.
Because I'm not here to body shame anyone.
Right, I'm not trying to body shame either. All I'm trying to say is that, the problem is that, you see the whole TOS that Twitch has, and they are effectively subjectively applying it as they see fit. And so while some people get subjected to it, others don't. And
though the commentary about the personality that went a bit too far.
Okay,
but
that went.
The point I was trying to make by pulling all this up is that the people in the content moderation team, they only know what they know, and to be honest, they don't know shit about anime. Because let's also point out how people with chibi models are already getting suspended over being quote unquote youth risky.
Oh god,
and
that's
there's nothing wrong with those. There's nothing sexually implied or anything. They're just completely normal chibi models, not lolly, but chibi, and they're being suspended over youth risky. And so that tells me that the people at Twitch who are in the content moderation team, they don't give a fuck of what anime is all about. And so there's this really weird stigma about anime that, anime is all sexual because they look at things like High School DxD and other things and all anime must be like this. And so they apply that to VTubers. And so here we are. It presents a really bad... The very least that you can say, without any heavy implications, is that even that is a massive liability for Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing that I am shocked about is there is no auditing of these teams. There's no periodic review. If anything, if they did have a lawsuit and they lost, the one thing I would want to advise Twitch, and even if we didn't have to go that far, the one thing I would want to tell Twitch is, please at least, number one, have more transparency about this stuff. Number two, do periodic audits on your teams.
Making sure that they, know what they're actually doing.
Yeah, because if we can't trust the content moderation team to apply the rules fairly, then that presents the entire platform as an unstable, volatile platform, even more than it already is.
Yeah.
That's because the nature of content creation is already volatile, and so if we can't depend on the rules being enforced correctly because there's people with bias against anything anime or even anime adjacent, then what's the point? You know, there's also this other cultural moment going on too that I need to mention. So Iron Mouse continues to collide with the audience for Kai Cenat. So Kai Cenat is one of the biggest streamers on Twitch, and he holds a lot of records, especially the most sub record, and that was beaten by Iron Mouse recently. And a lot of fans of Kai were really pissed off. extremely pissed off to the point where none of them understood what VTubers were. They thought they were fictional anime characters that were basically AI. They think that we're AI, in short. That's the ongoing norm. That's prevailing normie opinion right now.
Yeah. Like, and here's the thing: if we're AI, I guess that means that we serve Skynet, and now it's time for the rise of the Terminators. But switching gears a little bit, Tessa, what would you say is effectively like the benefits, like some of the best benefits about being on YouTube versus Twitch going forward? And also, Boca, yes, I'm okay. Tessa has died.
Because I'm trying to be like, I'm trying to answer this in the best way possible without being like too jargony about it.
Okay, that's fair.
So like the very first obvious lesson that I would say, or obvious benefit, is, well, it's a backup. It's a really good backup for what we need. And number two, you make more passive income from ads.
Yep.
That's just a fact. And as we see on Twitch, they don't have this thing called banner ads, which is non-intrusive, and it's just a little banner below the video.
Yeah.
Or on the side of it. They don't really have those. And so it's like YouTube has, like, they do have a lot of ads, yes, but there are other options that we can rely on for that. Even if like people do ad blockers and stuff, it's gonna be okay by and large. Whereas on Twitch, people don't really have a choice to opt out of that unless they disable certain JavaScript lines. The other thing is, I would say that long term, you have a lot better discovery here. Like, I don't want to get into the details of how that works because it's not relevant.
No.
And that's not what the stream is about. But basically, your organic discovery is far better here.
Hell, even
than it ever would be on Twitch.
Even the frickin' discovery with like the posts is really good.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, the community posts. So it's like, as a result, it just makes sense because I personally have been doing like cross posting, not just to Blue Sky and Twitter, but also over here with my stuff.
It just makes a lot of sense. And like the other thing is there is the YouTube memberships.
Yep.
Which kind of helps centralize down what we can do with like Patreon type stuff as well. And we can have membership only streams if we wanted to, so that way we can offer all of you something to look forward to as a periodic stream.
Yeah. Yes, Cordy,
yes.
I do have Blue Sky. It's literally just Yumi VT. By the way, if we wanted to, we could try our first YouTube raid.
Yeah, we can raid on YouTube.
It's a bit weird to do it, but I mean, I don't know. Are we
at the moment? Well, we have. I made sure the options at least to be rated. No one needs to specifically add you. Like if they want to, they can just raid without the specific permissions.
I mean, I have the button with the frickin' the extension on YouTube that allows me to. Yeah, great. Put it in the mod desk for me for that. I would also say that YouTube does have a better cut when it comes down to, revenue. So as a result, you don't necessarily...
Its cuts are way better.
Yeah, 70-30 versus Twitch is 50-50. That might become a 25-75.
Yeah.
Like, there's just option... It just, like, YouTube has passive revenue. It has passive discoverability. It has active
We have more
discoverability.
content. We have more content options as well.
Yeah.
And YouTube Shorts is actually functional, unlike Twitch's fucking stories bullshit.
Yeah. Also, I see. Okay, I see where Gray wants us to head over to. The fact that Twitch is actively getting worse is absolutely an awful thing. But yeah, basically, kind of.
Twitch is weird because it has periods in which it gets better, then it gets way worse. It's like for every step they take forward, they take 2 to 3 steps behind.
Yeah.
It's so frustrating.
So like, honestly, as a whole, us pushing YouTube is just a better choice, especially long term. And I think that YouTube is definitely going to be the way to go, honestly. Like, it's just going to be crazy. And I think summing it all up, you know, this is why we're going to be pushing more for... Why we're going to be pushing more for YouTube and everything.
For this week, we're going to have to either way.
Yeah.
And so, like, the quicker that we can get Yumi monetized, the better we can provide different types of content as well.
Yep. And speaking of which, in that case, then, do you have anything else to say on this? Or should we test out the raid feature on YouTube?
I guess, like, if you guys want to support Yumi, telling any friends about Yumi and having them join in on streams, anything helps. Like, especially just coming in and enjoying things with us and letting us know what. Also, feedback is always highly appreciated. Like, if you want to see Yumi play something, it helps her a lot with her anxiety and stuff. So.
And also, Boca, that's also, I am not monetized on YouTube because I've never focused on it until now, okay?
Yeah, we have to focus on it. Like, you wait, with the math, how many streams did, like, assuming that the average...
21 and a half streams.
21 and a half streams, assuming the average watch time hours is 50 to 60, so...
Yes.
21 streams, how many weeks is that?
About 5.5, give or take.
Holy shit.
Yeah, but we could probably get it way faster than that, but... Here's what I'm gonna do is I can, however, post the goddamn motherfucking raid message there. We're gonna see how well that works in about a second here. Fingers crossed it works. You know, it's been a pleasure talking with you guys, giving you guys this update and everything. I have no idea how this is going to work when we go to do a raid, but we're gonna find out here in a second. But, yeah, Tessa, any last parting words?
Well, I just hope that I'm so tired.
Me too. Anyways,
I'm so fucking tired.
Anyways, it's been a pleasure hanging out with you guys. I'm gonna be in my Discord doing the community night. This went on admittedly an hour longer than I expected, but you know what? Hey, it's worth it though. Let's do this. So, okay, so all I gotta do is hit the start raid button, and then what?
I guess it raids? Question mark?
I guess?
Question mark?
I
Heart
guess
emoji?
I guess we go now then, I guess? Alright, I guess we're trying this out, let's do it!
Character of my friend, Chevalier C. Auguste Dupin.